Yeah, I don't know where to start, really. It was, you think about how we pitched today. I mean, how Gage pitched, and I thought Ryder did a great job calling the game. I don't think a lot of people realize that we let our catchers call the game. We'll give them maybe some educated suggestions, and the pitcher can shake. And we just feel like they grow in development by letting them do that. And obviously our catchers have to earn that a little bit, in fall practice. And Ryder's been great at it. He has good feel back there, and he kind of knows what's up. And then Gage just executing pitch after pitch, getting ahead in the count, breaking ball low in the dirt, not a problem because Ryder's back there and he blocks everything, and then elevating his fastball in and out. And what a great job. And then, the few plays that we had to make behind him, I think we had to make 9 maybe, 8. I don't know. How many you strike out? 19? So just glad we made all those plays, and just so close to the perfect game. And I'll be the first one to say it. There was nothing being said or talked about in our dugout whatsoever. We were just going to let him roll, and no, there was no chance he was coming out after 8. And he did a super job, man. So proud of him and proud of the team bouncing back after a tough loss the other night. Game had a lot of hype. Didn't go our way, but we're still here and we still have a chance.
We'll open it up to questions for the student athletes.
Mark Garland, College Baseball Central. This one's for Gage and Ryder. 19 strikeouts, third no-hitter. Amazing. Anything special going into today's warm-up and you just knew maybe it was working? I mean, it seemed like the slider was working. You responded right where you wanted to, and then Ryder follow up after Gage answers?
I don't throw a slider. It was a curveball. Throw a cutter. I only did that like 5 times. But no, the only special thing was I didn't want to go home. That's it.
Yeah, I think it was go about it the same way, warm up the same way. It's just a game. Don't make it over much than it is, and I'd want nobody else on the mound and win or go home than him. So it was awesome.
Ben Beecham, Omaha World Herald. Ryder, Gage, can you just both take me through that moment right after the final strikeout?
We're not going home. We're playing. We get to play tomorrow night. But it was pretty cool.
I mean, yeah, it was really special, I'd say. I think for him to do that and just be able to catch the last ball and give him a big hug, it was awesome. I think everybody's really fired up for him. But yeah, the main thing is we're still here and we're still playing.
Noah Bieniek, 11.7. I have a question for Gage. The 18th strikeout was the one that broke the College World Series strikeout record in a game. You ended it with 19, but the 18th one came against Connor Cunningham out of Batesville High School in Arkansas. I was wondering if you could describe your relationship with him, and also, please, if you include him in the answer, can you pronounce your high school coach's name?
My high school coach name was Kelly Rush, but Connor, he transferred to Batesville the year after I graduated, so I didn't get to play with him, but the past couple of years in the off season, since he's went to college, he comes in and plays catch with me every day that I need to play catch. He works out with me. He stands in on bullpens, gives me feedback. So, I mean, when I'm home, there's not much in Batesville, if y'all don't know that. I mean, I think there's 10, 11,000 people there, so there's no nice place for me to go throw on a track man or with these other college guys. It's me and him. So, he helps a lot when I'm home, so I wanted to go tell him that I loved him. I'd see him in the off season and to keep working, and that I was proud of him for making it here for the first time, and it's my first time too, and he's just a freshman, so who knows where he'll end up.
Jackson Fuller, Southwest Times Record. 2 questions real quick. Where's the ball, Ryder or Gage? I mean, what happened? How quickly did you give it to Gage, or do you have, where's the ball right now?
I gave it to my dad, said happy late Father's Day.
And Gage, at what moment in the game do you kind of realize what's going on and Did you feel any added pressure when you know you're working on a no-hitter perfect game in the later innings?
Yeah, when I hit the guy in the foot, I knew I screwed it over.
Monty Taylor, College Baseball Central. This one's for Gage and Ryder. Murray State, it feels like, really likes to hunt the fastball early, and yet you guys weren't afraid to call that pitch. And yet it felt like they couldn't quite get the swing on it because you were locating it so well. Is that number one? Was that the plan, to locate it on the corners and edges so that they couldn't really get a good swing on it? And is that what you guys felt like was happening?
I was just hearing fastball middle in my ear and throwing it over the plate.
Yeah, I mean, from a pitch calling perspective, it's just go with his best pitches, and today the fastball was working, curve was working, cutter was there when we needed it, changeup, it was all there. So it's really good to call it. But I think if they're a good fastball hitting team, like, make him prove it. But just hunt what his best pitch is and call it a lot. So.
Justin Anchor, 103.7. I'll break the ice and ask about something besides a no-hitter. Charles, their pitchers did a nice job, too. You guys had to work to scrape out some runs, got a couple opportunities to slip by. Just curious about Silva especially, and then the reliever, what they did to kind of hold you guys down and what made that challenging today.
Yeah, Silva did a great job. He's got a low slot, and the ball runs and sinks a lot. I think we had a good game plan going in. We got runners in scoring position and on base early. I think we were just missing that big hit, but finally we panned through. But no, the two pitcher has really good stuff, and they did a great job of just putting it on the play and making us earn it.
Matt Grissom, College Baseball Insiders. Gage, as an Arkansas kid, you're on the biggest stage, you've got the state on your back, and you go out there and you have that type of historical performance. I mean, do you have anything to say to Hog Nation back home?
We're not done yet.
Matt Byrne, Democrat Gazette. Gage, for you, saw you walk over to Murray State's dugout, give Hogarth a hug, give Cooper a hug. When did it kind of hit you that you were going to decide to do that, and what was that moment like?
Connor, but after I hugged all my teammates and they were telling me great job and everything, that was just all I could think of. Like, I was on cloud nine, but I mean, one of my great friends, his season ended. So, I mean, I feel like any normal person would do that.
Noah Beanick, 11.7. I have a question for Charles. Today, you went 4 for 5 on stolen bases as a team. Coming into the field of 64 in the NCAA tournament, you guys as a team ranked 56th out of 64 in stolen bags. What did you guys as a team, or maybe the staff, notice in scouting possibly, and how did you plan to attack that in today's game?
Yeah, I think, this ballpark's really big, so we got to do some different stuff just to get some runs. But no, the pitchers, Coach Polk does a great job of just laying out the scouting report on pitchers and time to the plate. So we knew coming in that the running game was going to be in action. But like I said, when in season, I guess we didn't have to use it. But now, bigger ballpark, we got to do different stuff.
We'll have time for one more question for the student athletes. We'll take it from the back.
Jackson Fuller, Southwest Times Record. Ryder and Charles, is it difficult in the dugout not to talk about what's going on? What's it like dealing with that superstition, and kind of what are the emotions in the field kind of watching Gage go through what he did today?
Yeah, I think no one talked about it in the dugout except for G-Baby, our bat boy. I guess apparently going into he came back after the 8, and then we went 1 through 3 or whatever, and then he said, G-Baby said, is Gage going back out for the no-no? So I guess he said it, but no, I think it was in the 5th. I knew he was going to do it. His stuff's so good. He's worked so hard, so I'm really proud of him, and I know that everybody's proud.
Yeah, I mean, I for sure wasn't saying anything. It's just, I guess Gage said something. So, but it's just talking with him, making sure he just knows one pitch at a time, one out at a time, one inning at a time. Don't get too far ahead of yourself, and just keep making your best pitch. I think that was what I was telling him in the dugout. But I definitely wouldn't say anything. So,
Charles, Ryder, Gage, we appreciate your time.
All right, thank you. Thank you.
Okay, we'll now open it up to questions for Coach. Go to the back.
Jackson Fuller, Southwest Times Record. Dave, I mean, Gage has pitched so much this year, and this was his first time going more than 6 innings. I mean, what was different for him, and was there what gave you the trust, like, to let him go and just, we're going to let him throw 120 pitches, whatever it might be?
Well, what was different, we'll start with that one. It was, he was landing his breaking ball just as much as his fastball, really. And they couldn't figure it out. And it makes his fastball look harder than it is. And, if he's not landing the breaking ball, they can just let that one go. Just set straight heater and take the other one. And they couldn't do it because he was throwing it for a strike. And, really, just like everybody here, you just use your eyes. You see what's going on. The game will tell you what to do. We didn't need to take him out.
Noah Bieniek, 11.7. Coach, in a historical performance like that, it's not just today. It's the entire year. It's going back to even recruitment. Can you speak to the pitching staff that goes into development of players like Gage Wood? Because since the second inning of Game 1 in the College World Series, as a team, 16.1 innings, 33 strikeouts, just 2 walks, 4 hits.
Yeah, first off, my pitching coach, Matt Hobbs, he's the best. And, his guys that work with him, on analytics and different things, they do a tremendous job. And we work really hard in strength and conditioning, and it's not just all about lifting, it's about conditioning. And there's certain routines that go on, but guys get better. There's a lot of culture in our program about getting better. If you saw our facility where we have everything, our locker room and weight room and nutrition area, everything's just right there. And the guys live there, and we love it. We say it, it's their fraternity. And, we're lucky to have that. But, there's a lot goes on there. It's coaching, but it's also a lot of hard work from these players, obviously. And I say this all the time. They're the ones that win the games. They're the ones that put in all the work. They're the ones that get the credit. But we've got them surrounded pretty good, and there's a lot of good leadership amongst our older kids when the new guys come in. Even these days with the transfer kids coming in, we talk to them a lot of that before they get here. And, before they even make a decision where they're going, what we're going to do. We have a plan for them. And, we don't want to show up in August. We want them to be here like now. Move to Fayetteville, get ready to roll, start using our stuff, and here we go. So Gage is you think about what went on. He was throwing great coming out of the chute, and then he tweaked his arm. Second weekend, and didn't pitch for like 2 months or more. We didn't even know if we were going to have him back. And, for him to do what he did today is special, obviously, especially doing it up here.
We'll have time for one more question.
Dave, Justin Ankery, 103.7 The Buzz. We talked yesterday at practice about the heat and how long you expected, Wood to go. Obviously went a lot longer than anybody expected. Just curious, in the situation you guys are in with having to win 3 to get to the weekend, what that does pitching staff-wise and what kind of opportunity that gives your team? Yeah, having him save our bullpen was great. If we get down today, we might have to go with the guy that's going to be starting tomorrow. And now we can sit on it tonight and make a decision tomorrow on who we're going to pitch, see who wins tonight, and go from there. But, it's, I just tell our guys, only thing we have is tomorrow, and that's what we did at practice yesterday. We just kind of got them out there early. We got up early and went out there and stretched casually, did what we needed to do, kind of move on, talk about today, and not really worrying about the next day because we had to take care of today. So same for tonight. Relax, get ready for tomorrow.